a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in to LTN 2020. Glad you could stop by today and make it. We're glad to be here with you, of course. And hope your day is going well. And as always, we'll cover the bases. We'll get into various stories that are trending and talk about this and that are prepared. But you call, and if you have a question or a comment that you'd like to address, we'll just turn off the gas on that one pot and we'll go to yours and we'll cook that for a while. I do that a lot. You got to adapt, and it's all good. As I'm speaking to you, there are cranes, beautiful cranes outside my front door. They travel in pairs, as you know, and they're just chiming away out there. I don't know if you can hear them or not.
Sandhill
They're
cranes are
beautiful.
so pretty. I didn't realize not everyone in the country knew what sandhill cranes even were. I was talking about them when I was up north over the weekend, and I had to pull up pictures on Google because they didn't even know what they were. They're such pretty birds.
Yeah, they're all through my neighborhood here, and it's just remarkable. They're beautiful, and they walk across the street. You have to stop, and they take their time. They turn, they look at you.
Yeah. They're protected. It's illegal to hit them. I mean, it should be illegal to hit any mammal,
Yeah,
but
you got to be careful.
yeah,
You have to be careful. Absolutely. So you're back in the studio now, and it's all good, right?
it is. I'm happy to be back.
Did you enjoy your stay up there? Did you get to see the people you wanted to see?
I did. I only had a few people I was planning on visiting just because it's times of COVID, but I saw everyone I wanted to see. I had a good trip. It was nice to get away, see some fall foliage, see some family, and enjoy some cooler temperatures.
Did anybody had they been stricken with the virus?
No, actually, there's not many cases up there at all. The most they ever had in a day was like 3 in their county. So it's almost, I don't want to say non-existent up there because it obviously exists, but it's very spread out over there. Not a lot of people
And
know it.
and where is that? What part of the
Upstate New
country?
York in the Adirondack, right by the Montreal border, which was closed.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
way up
could have
there.
gone in, you could have gone into Canada then.
Yeah, if the borders would have been open.
They won't let you in.
I know Wayne Elliott, who's a guest for Strauss Heart Drops, he was on last week and he was telling me, "Oh, go here when you're there." I was like, "Wayne, I can't go anywhere. The borders are closed."
Yeah, they've locked it down.
Not a
Okay,
bad thing.
that's what you. No, it's not a bad thing. So you felt relatively safe.
I did, yeah. I was pretty. Everything's super spread out up there, anyways, because it's in the mountains. So I felt safer up there than I did down here.
And I'm presuming that at the iHeart radio complex there, where you are, it's still pretty much a ghost town yet.
It is a ghost town. It is. Staying safe here in Florida. Trying.
It's hard. Yeah, uh, bars are open, but yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand it. Nevertheless, we'll get into some coronavirus updates, the trends, what I see, and where we are. And I know the audience is pretty. This audience is pretty savvy about what's going on, and sometimes you feel like you are preaching to the choir, um, and I'm not. I don't tend to do that. It's just a matter of journalistic responsibility to report what and people call me, and I have sources too, and I learn things, and so but should I keep them to myself? Yeah, I mean, why would I do that? I'm going to share what I know, what I'm being told, what I read, what I hear and watch on TV, the news. Get into that. Katie's going to tell you now how to make contact with the show, and we have a number of ways to do that. So I can connect with you, and I implore you to call the show. Please do. I love it when you call. I'll drop what I'm doing and talk to you.
Yes.
Go ahead, Kate.
Please give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can also email Dr. Garko personally. His email's drgarko, DRGARKO, at letstalknutrition.com. And if you want to re-listen to a show, or maybe you missed something from the show, you just want to listen to a little piece of it, go to letstalknutrition.com, go to the show schedule tab, or you can watch the show on playback on YouTube and on our Facebook page. Just search Let's Talk Nutrition.
Thank you for that. At least 721 new coronavirus deaths and 42,553 new cases were reported in our country yesterday. Over the past week, we've had an average of about 44,160 cases per day of infection, and an increase of 6% from the average 2 weeks earlier. As of Wednesday morning, more than 7,529,400 people in the United States. I can't hear it's almost, I can't even believe I'm saying it. 7,529,400 people in the U.S. have been infected with this hideous virus, and 210,700 people have died. They average, I was reading, the average is about for every person that dies, 9 people are affected, meaning friends, family. You do the math, uh, multiply, Kate, if you have a calculator there, multiply 9 times 210,700, see what you get. That's
1,896,300
people in one way or another are how can I say, impacted by the death of a lump, including the people that died, over 1 million people. So that's about an average. I don't know how that was calculated. They say about 9 on average, 9 people will be related or connected to the person that dies in some form or fashion. Case numbers remain persistently high now across the country, much of the country, as reports of new infections are now rising, surging in the upper Midwest and parts of the West. Still, the number of new cases nationally has declined considerably since late July. If you remember, we were averaging 60,000 per day back then. But having now 42,000 people, 42,553 people die yesterday is not a small number. It's all relative. The state people that live in the Northeast, where infections were the highest this spring, have reported relatively low cases for months now. And some places that have suffered the most in early summer, including Arizona, Florida, and California, have seen some declines now. And that's good. But that progress has been sort of undermined or counterbalanced by uncontrolled outbreaks. Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, they got their hands full, which set, by the way, those states set alarming records in the month of September and October. Note, there's not a spot, not a space in this country that has not felt the wrath. It's terrible.
The pursuit of a healthy immune system is so important for our long-term health. And being healthy for the long term is everyone's goal, right? So which immune health supplement is recommended for those who also have cardiovascular concerns? Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract. Aged garlic extract, regarded as one of the leading natural heart health supplements, has been clinically proven to help reduce high blood pressure and inflammation. Experts believe this alleviates demands on the body's energy stores, freeing it up to fight invaders. The result? A more responsive immune system. Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract begins with 100% organically grown garlic and is the most scientifically researched, highest quality, and best-selling odorless garlic extract supplement. And for extra support, get Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract Immune Formula 103. Try Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract for a healthy heart and a healthy immune system. Discover more at kyolic.com. That's KYOLIC.com.
Celsius is a fitness drink which is clinically proven to function. How? As a thermogenic, Celsius proprietary MetaPlus blend accelerates metabolism, increasing your body's ability to burn fat and calories. There are only two ways a body burns fat: through increased heart rate and our increased body temperature, thermogenesis. Drinking Celsius and then going into motion is double dipping. You're accelerating the burn and the results are even faster. Celsius is your ultimate fitness partner. No high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors. 100% of 7 essential vitamins. Proven in 6 published university studies. How does it work? Celsius proprietary MetaPlus formula, including green tea with EGCS, ginger, and guarana seed, turns on thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities is proven to energize, accelerate metabolism, burn body fat and calories. Invest in yourself. Drink Celsius. Look for us at www.celsius.com.
Site at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. And okay, we have a caller, and are they on the phone now, Katie?
No, she just wants you to tell her how she can get it.
The immune pack?
The immune pack. Yes, Dr. Garko's immune pack.
Okay, we're going to do that then. Absolutely. So, I worked with Earth's Creation Company, and we talked about, maybe we can do some good here and put together. They're doing very well. Trust me. This immune pack is not going to fill their coffers with a lot of money. This is all intended for the audience to help you. And so I chatted with them and I said, can we put an immune pack together, taking some of your existing products? They said, sure, we can do that. And so we put a pack together. There's Curculife Curcumin, the Immune Shield, vitamin C, and zinc. And if you go to, their website and you will shop ECUSA, you can get there, and at the top it'll say Shop Immune Health. Click on that. The page opens up, and then you'll see the Dr. Garko Immune Pack right there. You click on that. That goes into the basket, and then it has zinc in it already. But probably right over to the right, you'll see another bottle of zinc freestanding. Click on that. Purchase that because it's going to be free. That's going to go into your basket too. Then go to checkout and then type in the code GARKO, GARKO, and you will get all 5 supplements now, high grade, high quality, the full bottle, not a half a bottle, full bottles, $56.99, $57. That's pretty darn good. There's some supplements that cost you $57 just for one. Some of that stuff is junk that's out there. So that's how you can do it. And again, shop ECUSA.com. That's how you get there. Then click on Shop Immune Health. Click on Dr. Garko's Immune Pack when that page opens up. Then click on another bottle of zinc, and you're good to go. Type in Garko for the code. That the info she would like to have had?
I believe so. I think that's what she was asking for.
She was reading my mind. I don't know who she is, but thank you for calling and thank you for listening. I swear to you, this morning when I was getting ready, I thought I should probably mention the immune pack. Son of a gun. That stuff is scary. And here somebody calls and asks, how do I get that immune pack? It's excellent. It is excellent. I can do a breakdown on it. Maybe I'll do that in the next block and tell you exactly what you're getting there. That Immune Shield product is phenomenal. So if you start to put things together here, look, I get calls all the time, say, what should I take? And I said, well, you need to listen to the show. I talk about it. I said, well, I haven't had a chance. All right. So I tell them, I said, certainly want to do my immune pack. Want to do that. And then I would add the Kyolic Reserve or the formula, I think it's 103, formula 103. Let me check my notes. I'll check my notes on that. That's their immune. Yes, I was right. Got it right here. See? Formula 103 immune support. Either that formula, I would do that formula. Or if you want, you can do the reserve. I would add that. I would add that in, right? Definitely. Or you can do the Strauss heart drops, or you can do both. Somebody asked me, I think it was Katie, a caller wanted to know which one should I take? Should I take the Kyolic aged garlic extract or should I take the Strauss heart drops? I said, take both. They're both excellent products. So if you took the immune pack and added the Formula 103 immune support or the Strauss heart drops, now you have something that at least supporting your immune system. And that's what you need to do. Notice my language. I didn't say boost. I said support. And if you want to go a step further, you can do the wild oregano oil, the P73 extra strength from North American Herb and Spice. Then add to that the wild juice of oregano, the Oreganol P73 juice of wild oregano. I would add that. And add the Oregaresp, RESP. You can put that into it. And then Dr. Ingram was talking about, they have Orega spray. It's like a fumigant. You can spray it. You can spray it on yourself. You can spray it on counters. Now, you're going to have that scent of oregano. I happen to like that scent, but that's a wonderful thing to help protect yourself as well. So these are all the different things you can, and then do this, put this all together. Now you have a multi-strategy approach. I'll review that if you like when we come back. This is Dr. Michael Garko from Let's Talk Nutrition. If there were ever a time to take charge of your health, now's that time, given the U.S. coronavirus epidemic. Earth's Creation scientifically tested Curculife curcumin and its family of products can help you do just that. If you have an inflammation-generating condition, such as obesity, heart disease, or diabetes, you are at a greater risk to be infected by the coronavirus. Earth's Creation Curculife curcumin supplement is a patented turmeric formulation with extensive clinical trials. It allows more curcumin to get into your cells to fight inflammation, a hallmark of viral infections. Curculife Plus curcumin is in many of Earth's Creation family of products. Go to inflammationusa.com and protect yourself against the coronavirus. For a limited time, buy any product at inflammationusa.com and get the second bottle at 50% off. Act now. Go to inflammationusa.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show,
visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, Live Fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Receiving some phone calls. Katie's taking the calls. The listeners prefer not to come on air, and that's okay. But they give Katie the questions, and these are great questions. Caller wanted to know if it would be okay to take the oregano or the oil of oregano or any of those oregano-based products with the immune pack, and the answer is 100%, absolutely. The oregano is it will kill bacteria. It will go after the virus. That's what it does. Does that help your immune system? Well, of course. I mean, it's less stress and strain. The immune pack is focused specifically on the immune system. The wild oregano oil, the P73, especially that extra strength, the Orega spray, the oregano P73 juice of wild oregano, those are going to keep these microorganisms at bay. They will kill them, these products, and that's what they're intended to do. And Dr. Ingram and it's interesting. You go to oreganol.com, OREGANOL. Let me go there while I'm speaking to you. Oreganol. Type that in. There it is, right there. Boom. If you go there, that's the North American Urban Spice website. And if you get there in their search engine, type in wild honey. And what will pop up is a page. I now see one, two, three, four, about five different, maybe six different honey products, wild honey. Um, I pay attention to what he says, what Dr. Ingram says. He's a big believer in the wild raw honey. They even have at this web on their website, they have wild raw oregano honey. They have wild goldenrod honey. They have Canadian wild prairie honey, alfalfa honey. He likes raw. He likes raw honey. They have a raw Mediterranean wild flower honey. Well, I would like to get some of that. Mm. And these products that are on the oregano website, the bees were not fed sugar. And I never knew that they were doing that. I don't know if we have a beekeeper that's listening or watching the show. If you could call us and share um, what you know about bees and beekeeping and what the bees eat. Dr. Ingram claims that sometimes they're fed sugar, glucose, in some form or fashion, and he doesn't think that's a good idea. I don't know much about that. I can find out pretty quick. So, yes, you can take any of these oregano or oregano based products with that immune pack. So, good combination. So, that this is the territory we cover. They have a product called Purely C that's pretty good too. And he likes that. Dr. Ingram likes that product too. They even have the oregano P73 juice of wild oregano with pomegranate and grape. I bet that tastes good. All right. And then they have a product called Orega Resp, RESP. Um, that that's an excellent product, and it'll have the oregano P73 in it for sure, and it's for lungs and congestion support. And they have a product called Resp Immune, which is a liquid respiratory and immune. It's with dropper, and that's a combination of Mediterranean black seed plus wild oregano P73 oil. He's been doing this a long time. He has, Dr. Ingram, and these are botanicals, and I have come to appreciate them more and more. And my, I wouldn't say that I'm an herbalist, but I'm less ignorant about them than I was 5 years ago when I started my my journey into the world, of clinical nutrition, and getting my degree. It's been I've learned a lot, and the botanicals I have, of course, called botanical medicine, and it is it's dense. There's a lot of a lot of material, but I mean these herbalists study for 20 years or more. They decades. It takes a long time. So I would never profess to be an herbalist, but I have a far greater appreciation for these herbs and spices. They've been with us. They're ancient. Many of them are ancient. Been around for 1,000 years, a couple thousand years. Been used in cultures. That tells us something. I'm very influenced and persuaded by that. I know it's not a double-blind placebo-controlled trial. I get that, but at the same time, I'm not going to dismiss what people have learned from everyday life. And what's interesting too is that these cultures were separated by large bodies of water, mountains. I mean, they were geographically isolated from one another. But it's so fascinating how the people in these different cultures came to some of the same conclusions. That's very compelling to me. very compelling. And it validates, it seems to confirm the claims made about these compounds in these herbs and spices. So I'm a fan. I am 100%. 877-897-8255. I love your questions. Those are excellent questions. And I know sometimes people get a little nervous. They don't want to come on air. It's okay. You can talk to Katie. She's easy to talk to. And she will relay your questions to me. I was looking for this one story. This woman lost her son. I'll see if I can find it. It's such an odd story. I'll see if I get my mitts on it. I came across it. I made a mental note to share it with you. You find, when you do this work and you're always into the journals and you're into all the different media, you learn things that you typically are not going to get a hold of just listening to the radio or TV or watching TV. So when we come back, I'll see if I can find this story. I don't want to give it away. It's sad, but a lesson to be learned. 877-897-8255. The lines are wide open today. Katie's in studio. Reggie's in studio. You're there. I'm here. Perfect.
Are you concerned with the change of seasons? Are you looking for a product to support a healthy immune system? Then you must be looking for Oreganol P73, made by North American Herb & Spice, who are a leader in the manufacturing of natural dietary supplements. Oreganol P73 is not your normal oregano. No, Oreganol P73 is made from oregano that grows wild at 10,000 feet above sea level in the mountains of the Mediterranean. That's why it's such a powerful support for your immune system. Try Oreganol P73 today and discover what millions already know during this winter season. To learn more about Oreganol P73, visit your local health food store or our website, oreganol.com. That's oreganol.com. Act now and feel better today with Oreganol P73.
You experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. So when you produce and host a show like this, you're always searching in different media for trends. You're looking for stories. You're looking for breakthroughs. You're looking for breaking news. And so you find yourself reading everything from scholarly journals to popular periodicals, watching things on YouTube, watching TV, whatever, all day long. You have to really be dialed in. So in the process of doing that, and I have a bunch of sites that I go to for sources, you'll come across stories that you're just not going to hear about necessarily. And this is one of them. But it's worth telling because the mother of a young boy wants the story to be told. And I'll tell you why. And this family lives in Oklahoma. And it's a lovely family when you see the photograph of them. Mom and dad and three lovely boys, Jonathan, Blake, and Andrew. Jonathan's 15, Blake is 13, and Andrew is 9. And their last name is Free. The mom is named Cassie, C-A-S-S-I, Cassie Free. They're relatively young people. She's 38, and her husband, Brett, is 48. It turns out that they love to go boating, and they take the boys out on the boat, and they'll spend a day out there on a boat. So back in June, as the story goes, it was an early summer day. In June, it was early in June, and it was a summer day. And they live in a place called Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Kind of a cool name. And they headed off to a Lake Eufaula to spend the day on their boat, like they probably have done many times before, right? And so they're out there. The mom said that they do some random tubing. while they're out there, and they go out and the boys swim and they do the tubing on the boat. They're pulled, the dad pulls them, then they fall off and having a good time. About 6 hours on the water this one day, they decided, well, you know what? I think it's time to go home. So mom and dad get the boys together on the boat, and they head on home. So they're going through you have to go through get home, they have to go through this area where it's a no wake zone. So the boat has to go at a very slow speed so that you don't, create waves. And the mom said it felt like it went on forever. Andy had and I believe he's the youngest boy. He was 9. Went to the rear of the boat. He went to the rear of the boat, and he was back there. Um, and the boys were tired, and so he was back there, and they get there, and the boat docks, and Brett tried to get the boys to help out the dad but they were tired. So it's been a long day. No one felt great. Mom said this was not an unusual either. We had been in the sun for hours and hadn't taken any significant breaks from our playtime. Brett handed out what he was holding, got Blake up from where he was lying down, and then he spoke to Andy. And while reaching for him, the boat rocked a little bit. Whether it was from walking around in the boat or from a slight wave from another boat, it was not enough that Andy rolled right off his perch, rolled off the boat. Brett stared, looking to where Andy was going. She said he didn't roll off the boat; he rolled off where he was. And someone commented from the dock that clearly Andy didn't want to help. A man on a jet ski said he thought Andy must be going toward the ladder on the dock. Brett turned his attention there, and then he realized that something was wrong. He didn't see any movement and dove in. At least 2 others came running to help. They pulled the boy out of the water. CPR was performed, but he already had passed. Now, the Free family was confused and shocked. They had no idea what happened here. We thought he hit his head maybe at some point, or he had been confused from the water sports, and because he was laughing and smiling when they got to the dock, and he was moving around, and nothing appeared to be wrong, the mom said. At first, it was assumed that Andy had drowned. No, he did not drown. But it was at the local hospital that 2 other boys, Jonathan and Blake, really ramped up on their complaints, the mom said, at which point my husband said he wanted to check them into the ER as well. The boys were complaining of bad headaches, stomach ache, and feeling very tired. So the doctors in the ER had the sense to run blood tests right away. You're not going to believe this. It was confirmed that both of those boys had acute carbon monoxide poisoning. And the medical examiner was subsequently notified to test Andy. They performed an autopsy on him. And he's such a cute boy. And apparently, long story short now, he died of carbon monoxide poisoning. And in the rear seating of the area of the boat, apparently there was carbon monoxide back there, the fumes. And they were inhaling those fumes for a long time because it took a while to get home. And they had consumed enough that they were at lethal levels. And so the mom wanted her story told. I don't know Mrs. Free. I'll probably never meet Mrs. Free, but I wanted to help tell her story. She said, I wanted people to know about how dangerous it is. Traveling at slow speeds or idling in the water, she said, can cause CO2 to build up in the boat's cabin, cockpit, bridge, and aft deck, or in an open area. Wind from the aft section of the boat can increase this buildup of CO, according to the CDC. What a tragedy. Poor mom. I shared her story. She wanted her story shared. I did it. I'm glad to do it. We'll come back in the second hour. LTN, Coast to Coast and Global.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The Heart Drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. Available online at powermall.com and straussnaturals.com. I promise you won't be sorry.
This is Dr. Michael Garko from Let's Talk Nutrition. Tired of not having enough energy to exercise and be physically active? Well, OptiNOS from Earth's creation can help recharge your body with the energy it needs to live a physically active lifestyle. OptiNOS does 3 things to help energize. First, it increases nitric oxide, which means more oxygen and nutrients flowing to your cells. Second, OptiNOS helps create ATP, the body's energy currency. Third, OptiNOS reduces lactic acid buildup, which causes exercise-associated muscle soreness. So turn on your body's energy switch with OptiNOS. Start living a physically active lifestyle. Get OptiNOS. Shop ECUSA.com. Shop ECUSA.com. For a limited time, use promo code EC and get $10 off your first order. Promo code EC. The sooner you use OptiNOS, the sooner you will feel better about yourself and your body.
My website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning into LTN today. We are coast to coast and we are global. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good day. Wherever and however you may be listening or watching this show, and whatever you may be doing, to make sure that you definitely do not get infected with coronavirus and then end up with COVID-19. And COVID-19 is the disease. The virus is what coronavirus is what causes it. Confused. I hear that in the reporting. It's not so clean. Got to make sure. All kinds of stories all over the place across the globe. Every country. COVID-19 patients fill 40% of Paris intensive care beds. They got their hands full. They said in the story, in an effort to suppress the city's surging infection rates, the French government raised Paris's coronavirus alert to maximum this week. They closed the cafes, the bars, the gyms, the swimming pools for 2 weeks. Shut them down. There are currently 2,393 people being treated for coronavirus in Paris hospitals. Almost 450 of them are in intensive care. That's double the numbers from 2 weeks ago. They got their hands full. So that's what's going on in Paris. Where else? Man, look across the globe. Frankfurt, Germany, bans alcohol in public spaces as part of new coronavirus measures. The city of Frankfurt has introduced a slew of new social distancing measures and public health restrictions, including an alcohol ban and a curfew to contain a surge in new coronavirus cases. Alcohol will no longer be consumed in public spaces, and a curfew will be enforced until 10 p.m., from 10 p.m. until 6 p.m. So I guess that they mean the bars and whatnot. And in their public, they said that gatherings in public and rented spaces will be limited to 25 people. And only 10 people are going to be allowed to meet in private. Masks are mandatory in malls, major shopping streets, and at religious ceremonies. So authorities are also considering making them mandatory in upper schools after autumn holiday. So that's what they're doing in other countries. It's good to know. I mean, they're in the thick of it too, you know. The Czech Republic has surpassed Spain for the most COVID-19 cases per capita in Europe. Oh, my goodness. The continent continues to struggle with the second wave. They're having a hard time. Yeah. So there you go. I was thinking yesterday about the show and over these, all that has gone on 15 years here on this air, all the different stories, all the ups and downs, the victories and the achievements. We really have covered so much, all the health nutrition related stories and trying to help people. But in the course of these 15 years, never has there been a theme to dominate. At every bend and turn, I look to find other things upon which to report, and it's hard. Almost every news outlet, every source I use is just dominated with all of that kind of news. And so then I revert to, talking about nutrition and things that you can do to help yourself feel better and protect yourself, to feel more vital and vibrant during this time. It's hard when you're, you know, in lockdown, darn near. See now, we started January. Man, it's a long time. This is, we're into now. It's been 10 months. 10 months. Life as we've known it or knew it, that is gone. And we have to we have to get through this now and stay in the moment. But I also think about, okay, thinking ahead. I'm like playing a chess game here, and I'm thinking several moves ahead so I can anticipate what might happen, and then I report on it. The way we have lived our day-to-day life, that is going to change once we get on the other side of this. We will get on the other side of it, but I don't know at what cost. This winter, I don't know. I just don't see. I'm watching the trends, and I don't see us moving in the right direction. And they're now talking about several 100,000 people dying more than they ever thought. But once we get on the other side of it, life as we know it will not be the same. And that may, some of that may be unfortunate, but some of it may be better too. Because we will learn from this. And we should and we will grow from it. I hope. Here's Katie to tell you how to make contact with the show.
You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can email Dr. Garko personally at drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. And if you head over to letstalknutrition.com, you'll find all of our past shows. They are sorted by date and title. And you can watch the show live and on playback on YouTube and on our Facebook page. Just search Let's Talk Nutrition.
Thank you, Katie. One of the biggest, and I've talked about this many times now on air, and I'm a big fan of repetition. That's how we learn. People really want to know, do you drink Celsius? I'll go over to my refrigerator. I'll grab a couple cans and bring them over. I do. And they got caffeine in it. That product has caffeine in it, but it is a clean product. Caffeine in and of itself is not a horrible thing. It's not. In fact, it has some beneficial effects, and you just can't abuse it. And so it does give you a lift. You will feel a lift. And sometimes when people are feeling a little, what they do is when they're feeling a little flat, they don't have enough energy. You know what? The body is telling them that. And so what do they resort to? They resort to eating junk food. The temptation becomes greater. Why? Because that food is jacked with sugar. And the body, you don't have enough energy, so the body is, and it's interesting how nature signals to a person what to eat, and they'll reach for the junk food because it's high in sugar. And so the better alternative would be to maybe reach for a Celsius and you know, you limit your calories, you get some caffeine, a little caffeine, you burn fat, and it's clean as can be. Now, ideally, the best option, of course, would be to be eating properly, taking your supplements, managing stress, getting enough sleep. Then when I say that to people, their eyes glaze over.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. What can you do about it? You can take Solace. Solace is an all-natural, non-addictive dietary supplement formulated to help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Take Solace and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit the website at takesolace.com. That's TakeSolus.com.
Looking for a women's probiotic that's actually for women? A true probiotic for women means balancing the right strains of good bacteria. Jarrodophilus Women has 4 patented strains that have been clinically documented to support feminine health and features L. crispatus LBV88, the most dominant bacteria found in healthy feminine flora. So Jarrodophilus Women helps restore feminine balance where it counts, making it a true probiotic for women. Jarrodophilus Women, for women who take their probiotics personally. Visit us at jarroprobiotics.com.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Caffeine. All right. Let's see if we can get a lowdown on this. Caffeine is found in Celsius products. Now, your doctor, cardiologist, or whomever, whatever specialist told you that you should not be drinking caffeine, you should not take this product. Period. Full stop. Done. That conversation is over. Don't do it. Now, that being said, and if you're wanting to take it and you think you have a health issue, you should talk to your doctor. If you have cardiovascular issues or neurological issues, you must speak with your physician. And I just want to do just a little tutorial on caffeine, and because it's in Celsius, and I think it's prudent for me to then tell you why some might ask, wait a minute, this is a health talk show, and you're talking about a product that has caffeine in it. That's not good. Well, okay. Let's see what the other side of the story is. Now, caffeine is a natural stimulant. Of course, it can be manufactured, but it's a natural stimulant. And you're going to find it in foods. You'll find it in tea, of course. You'll find it in coffee, cacao. You'll find it in cacao plants. And it works on the neurological system. It stimulates your brain and your central nervous, CNS, your central nervous system. And it does help you stay alert. It prevents the onset of fatigue and tiredness. It does. Historians, usually the herbalists and others, they go back and they try to figure out how long have people been consuming caffeine. I came across this one report where they went back and they were trying to, and they identified that they thought that people first started brewing tea as far back as 2737 BC, almost 3,000 years before Christ walked the earth. And it's in a legitimate article. And coffee has been talked about and reported and historically reported that Ethiopian shepherds started to use it when they gave it to their goats. They've given them, I guess, plants that had caffeine in it. Caffeinated soft drinks hit the market in the late 1800s. That would be the beginning of almost the beginning of the 19th century. And then, of course, then you had energy drinks that came to follow. And, of course, we've had a flood of all kinds of energy drinks, most of which I would never drink, and I would beg you not to. 80% of the world's population consumes caffeine every single day. And in North America, estimates go as high as 90%. Now you know why caffeine products are so popular. People like caffeine. It's a natural stimulant. It is. The people indigenous to the Amazon rainforest, they have all sorts of plants that they eat that have caffeine. And some of the formulations that we have today come from the Amazon rainforest, from these indigenous people. And so caffeine gets into your bloodstream, and then it goes to the liver, and then it gets sent off to your brain. And what it does, it blocks the effects of adenosine, which is a neurotransmitter that relaxes the brain and makes you feel tired. So caffeine is going to block that pathway. Some say adenosine. Adenosine levels will build up over the day, and that's what causes you to feel tired. So caffeine, by blocking that pathway, the adenosine receptors are deactivated, and that reduces your tiredness. In a nutshell, that's how that works. So when you're drinking a Celsius, in essence, that's what the caffeine is doing. Now, make no mistake, caffeine is a psychoactive compound. It will, it does stimulate you neurologically. We know that. For me, the effect of caffeine is good. For some, not so much. It lights up my brain. It always has. In one cup of coffee, it can take as little as 20 minutes for the caffeine to get into the bloodstream, and about an hour, maybe a little less, then you'll feel the full effect. It happens sooner for me. It doesn't take an hour. Nope. Everybody's different. So now you've learned that the main effect of caffeine is it blocks the neurotransmitter adenosine. That's what it does. And it's found in nuts, it's found in seeds, it's found in leaves of certain plants. It's, cacao, for example, chocolate is loaded with caffeine. So, espresso, 240 to 720 milligrams of caffeine. Coffee, 102 to 200 milligrams. I'll give you the breakdown of some of these. I'll tell you how much caffeine is in Celsius as well. LTN, coast to coast and globally with Celsius.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, Live Fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Need a lift? No, don't call Uber. I'm talking about an energy lift. Celsius. Here's my, I have a can here, peach mango and green tea. It's pretty good. Tastes good. And it has exactly 200 milligrams of total caffeine per serving. And this is a 12-ounce can. Okay. I don't guzzle this all at once. It takes me an hour. I'll nurse this thing, and it's great. Just trying to give some context here. Caffeine, of course, we use it. It's a long-standing habit worldwide. People every day. If you had to guess, and coffee is one of the main ways people get caffeine into their body. You had to guess worldwide on a daily basis. Here's a quiz question, Katie and Reggie. How many cups of coffee do you think are consumed every day worldwide? You had to take a wild guess.
I don't know.
Yes, wild guess.
3
3 what?
cups of coffee.
No, how many cups of coffee total worldwide?
Oh.
Total. In one day, total.
Oh,
That's got to be in the billions. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. It has to
Well,
be some.
you know what? You're absolutely right. It isn't.
I
You're right.
didn't.
What?
You're right.
I would
You're
not have
right,
guessed
Reg.
billions.
It's almost 2 billion. It's 1.6 billion cups.
Victory.
1.6 billion cups. How in the devil they calculated that? I have no clue. But that's the number I'm and I'm looking that this is in a journal. Yeah, I'm looking at current pharmacology. That's a journal. It's from Bentham Science. They're the publishers. So I mean, this is not. I'm not just reading this out of some um, magazine you see at the checkout counter at the grocery store with all those crazy stories in it. Yeah. So caffeine consumption is a big deal, and Celsius does have 200 milligrams per can. And what I do is, it's cold. I keep it in a refrigerator, and then I'll take a glass. I have an old Coca-Cola. It's a collector's item, a Coca-Cola glass. Oh, I should grab it. It's kind of cute. And I put some ice in it, and I'll pour the Celsius in it. And the ice melts, so it gets a little watered down. And then I drink that as I'm working through the afternoon. That's what I do. And all the different flavors. Katie's the resident expert on all of that stuff. But I just wanted to, give you some context here. 1.6 billion cups of coffee people are drinking every day to get caffeine. Yeah. So the science of caffeine tells me there's all kinds of stories and studies. Caffeine increases memory, no doubt. When you mix it with carbohydrate, it replenishes muscle glycogen concentrations faster after you exercise. Caffeine keeps you alert. We know that while driving during periods of sleep restriction. We know that. Caffeine can stimulate hair growth for balding men and women. I looked at the study. Caffeine relieves post-workout muscle pain by up to 48%. Caffeine relieves pain associated with sleep loss better than analgesics, painkillers, aspirin, Tylenol, whatever. Caffeine may protect against Parkinson's disease. There are a couple of studies I looked at that. Caffeine may, right here in Tampa, they have an institute, Bird Institute, where they've studied caffeine and its ability to moderate Alzheimer's. Caffeine increases stamina during exercise. Caffeine can protect against eyelid spasm. Caffeine can protect against cataracts. It can help prevent skin cancer. It has lowered the risk of suicide. There's a study on that. Caffeine can reduce fatty liver in those who have non-alcoholic fat-related fatty liver disease. It's known to reduce liver fibrosis risk in patients with hepatitis C. I can go on and on, one study after another. In men who consume 250 to 375 milligrams of caffeine per day have a much lower risk of developing erectile dysfunction. All that noise you just heard are all the men rising up that they were slamming the door to go out and get some caffeine. I said that. Oh my God. It can reduce kidney stones. It can help prevent ringing, tinnitus or tinnitus in women. It improves reasoning time and logical reasoning skills. I know that. Work with it all day long. It can help people with asthma. It reduces driving error when people are driving. So, everything I just mentioned, there is more than one study associated with all of those benefits. Now, all of that being said, if your cardiologist said you should not drink caffeine, do not take Celsius. It's interesting. Now, can you have too much caffeine? Absolutely. You're not supposed to be drinking a pot of coffee or like Reginald drinking 3 of these in a row.
Yeah, that
3
was a
Celsius.
mistake. I immediately regretted that.
He was up for 3 days.
Yes. I got a lot of work done that day, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you cut your grass and everybody in the neighborhood.
Right. It definitely did its job. It gave me a lot of energy. I was all over the place.
I'm sure you were. Well, you're typically like scrambled eggs anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, I keep up pretty good energy level normally, especially when I'm in the building. Like, especially back when, back in the day when everybody could come to the studio. I fed off a lot of people's energy because it was so lively in here. It was always something. People were either coming or going. You would have a lot of people come in and do interviews for other stations and things like that. So it kept me pretty lively and pretty wired.
You stay alert, right?
Yeah.
You stay alert. I don't know if you and Katie remember in the kitchen at the station, they had an espresso machine in there.
Rest in peace to the espresso machine.
Wait.
It was a demo. Company put it in there. It was a way for them to market their machine.
At least you knew that because I did not, and I was really depressed the day they decided to take it out.
Well, they took that thing out of there, and the coffee that they serve in that building to me is like turpentine. But you know what? Doesn't stop people from drinking it.
You're right.
It tastes like turpentine. It's horrible.
Got caffeine in it. People in this industry don't care.
They'll drink it. They don't care.
It'll save your life.
But that espresso machine got worn out. When we come back, I'll have the LTN health question of the day. And get your Celsius, man. It's everywhere. Publix. We got an expert
Wayne
out
Elliott
there,
here
too.
to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The heart drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. Available online at powermall.com and straussnaturals.com. I promise you won't be sorry.
Ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Looking for a women's probiotic that's actually for women? A true probiotic for women means balancing the right strains of good bacteria. Jarrodophilus Women has 4 patented strains that have been clinically documented to support feminine health and features L. crispatus LBV88, the most dominant bacteria found in healthy feminine flora. So Jarrodophilus Women helps restore feminine balance where it counts, making it a true probiotic for women. Jarrodophilus Women, for women who take their probiotics personally. Visit us at jarroprobiotics.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. What can you do about it? You can take Solace. Solace is an all-natural, non-addictive dietary supplement formulated to help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Take Solace and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit the website at takesolace.com. That's take, SOLUS.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. I miss the espresso machine too, Katie. We used to have an espresso machine back at the station, and it was for free. Company was, that was the way they marketed their product. And man, that thing was, we wore it out. Here's the LTN health question of the day. How many cups of coffee are consumed worldwide daily? Is it 1.6 million or 1.6 billion? 877-897-8255. Right answer, $25 gift card. Let's go to Wayne in Warnersville, Pennsylvania. Wayne, welcome to the show.
Yes, Dr. Garko, love listening to your show. I'm up here in Warnersville, which is 12 miles west of Reading, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I've spoken to you before on this phone a couple times. I had a general question for you. Now, I was telling the host who answered the phone, I'm 68, and I've been drinking coffee since I was like 16 years old. I've always had factory jobs. I worked at the last factory job for 38 years. It was the steel processing plant. And I always had my coffee, but I limited it to 12 ounces. But I used to know guys that would go home after a 10-hour shift, and they would tell me they would make a pot of coffee and drink it that night before they went to bed, and able to sleep like a baby. How do some people able to do that, and other people can't have coffee like 6-8 hours before they go to bed?
I wish I knew the answer to that question. Myself, I sometimes back in the day, like on the weekend, if I would go to dinner with someone, and of course I would have maybe some espresso after dinner, and then later I wouldn't go to bed not too long after that, an hour or two later, maybe 2 hours, and I was able to sleep. And why it is that some people can drink a lot of coffee, drink coffee right before bed and sleep like a baby. I don't know. I just don't know. I wish I knew. Listen, more importantly, I listened to what you just said. You worked in those factories your whole life. And you went to work every day. You remind me, sound like my dad. Went to work every day, worked in these, he worked for the railroad. And your whole life you did your job. And the steel mills, of course, I grew up in Pittsburgh, and both sides of the rivers, you had Allegheny, Monongahela. They were steel mills up and down those two rivers, as you well know. That was a different time, wasn't it, Wayne?
Yeah, it definitely was a manufacturing part of the country when we were we were making our own steel here and everything else. I mean, but I don't know if them jobs will ever come back again because of the pollution that they put out. But I just was always amazed. I had one friend, his name was Joe, and he would go home and he would tell me he would drink like 24 ounces of coffee and then lay down 9 o'clock because we had to be on the job at 6 to 5, 6 to 6 sometimes. I was amazed at that.
There was
amazed about that
I
I cannot drink coffee past 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But I guess that just shows you how everybody has different, body styles, the way they are wired, I guess.
I read a couple of articles where they talked about coffee does not disturb sleep quality. I've read those articles. Maybe it's a myth. I don't know. I know people that they drink coffee, but they can't go to sleep.
It's the caffeine. I think it's the caffeine involved that keeps you awake because, like I said, I had to cut my caffeine intake down from 16 ounces, which I was making in the small coffee maker here, because if I drank 16 ounces, I would get the shake. And I said, oh, my God, I got to start cutting this down. I cut it down to 4 ounces, which was only a half of a cup. And now I'm able to regulate that 12 ounces, with 2 tablespoons of coconut palm sugar. I have, the Coffee Mate, 1 scoop of that. And I'm able to go through my day without having to shake. But anything more than 12 ounces, I'll get a little bit of a shake. But everybody is different. Everybody has a different tolerance.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess that's
absolutely. If you were my client, I'd tell you to ditch the Coffee Mate and that palm sugar, and I would say use a little bit of almond milk and use some raw honey. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good mix. Well, I thought the palm sugar was pretty good for you. I mean, I've read up on it compared to regular sugar.
Yeah, it's okay. I like raw honey. Raw honey tastes good, or Manuka honey, a little bit of that. I prefer that, but it's just a matter of taste. But I really appreciate your call and listening to you talk. That's what it's all about. You went to work, you did your factory job, and that's a good thing. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it.
You take care of yourself, Doc. I listen to you every day.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm grateful, Wayne. You take care of yourself. Stay safe.
You're welcome.
I
You
love
do the
that
same,
call.
sir.
I love that call. Salt of the earth. People going to work every day. Boy, it goes a long way with me. Let's go to Connie. Hey, Connie, welcome to the show. How many cups of coffee are consumed every day? 1.6 million or 1.6 billion worldwide?
1.6 billion.
There you go. That's a lot of caffeine, man.
Sure is.
It is. Well, congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. I would recommend if your people want to drink, you want to get caffeine other than coffee, try the Celsius. It's a great, and it's a clean drink. It's a fitness drink. No artificial anything in that product. It's a great product. One of my favorites. So, and we appreciate you, Connie. Thank you for listening to the show every day. We appreciate that. All right. Katie will get the information from you. So we come to another close for today's show. I enjoy so much being with you every day and talking about different things. I especially enjoy it when you call, like that call from Wayne, listening to him, went to work. Man, I don't know why that resonates with me. I guess I watch my dad, my family are all immigrants, and we were relatively poor, but hardworking people. And I was fortunate enough to get a good education and be able to do this show with you. But my heart and soul is with the salt of the earth people. I love it. Take care of yourself. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts. offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage